This game is rated M for mature. Hey there everybody, redxparasite here, and welcome back to Let's Play Bayonetta 2. In the last episode, we did the first two witch trials in the lost chapter here, and in this one, we will be continuing on with witch trial 3. As you may have noticed, the first two featured only angel enemies, and part 3 is where we're going to start running into some of the demons. We're starting off a little bit easier with... I'm totally blanking on their names, and I shouldn't. But, yeah, these guys aren't too bad. Alright, so moving on here, but this is the one where they kick off the training wheels. They didn't up the difficulty, we're still on third climax, which is good, but things just start getting a lot more difficult, and we'll start seeing that once we get a little bit farther into this. I'm dodging too early. I'm not getting witch time off of any of these, which is like really strange. There we go. Yeah, part of the reason I think this one is where the difficulty kind of spikes is I think the Inferno enemies in general are just more difficult than the angels for the most part. There are a few exceptions, obviously. Some of the mini bosses or bosses on the angel side are harder than regular mooks, but yeah, right here we're getting two pains, which, if you remember, was in that was one of the verses in chapter 10. Now it was optional, but it also, that was one of the I think the hardest chapters in the game, in terms of just pure difficulty, so. They are upping the ante. Now, the thing you want to be careful about is making sure that you don't lose track of the one that you are not attacking, because it can still attack you. I did not want to focus on you. Ah, dang it, my combo dropped. Oh well. Yeah, this is where you can start taking a lot of damage really quickly if you're not careful, so... this is where, knowing the enemies very well pays off. Of course, use Umbra Climax whenever you get it. Now, if you have the Mallet of Rewards equipped, you can use torture attacks to get back health, which could be particularly handy. I think you will actually get more from doing that than Umbra Climax will get you. So, just do whatever makes sense in terms of trying to get your health back. Okay, so I remember that one. After that, okay, so we're gonna get a malicious here. I think I'm actually gonna try to save up my magic a little bit. And build it up for some other fights that we have coming up, so... you can definitely play into strategy that way. In terms of charging up your magic meter and using it strategically. Like, if you have full health, you can save your magic until you actually need to heal, and then use it at those points. So let's see if this is the one that I am thinking of. Yes, it is. So I'm going to use some torture attacks on these guys because I don't like them, and I'd rather just kill them instantly. I do need to actually get in some combo points though, so I'll mix it up and hopefully I can take out most of this guy's health with that. Alright, so that went pretty smoothly. Don't really care that much about the score. Be wary, because the resentments do have those 2 instant kill attacks, and if you get killed here, you do have to start over from the beginning of the 3rd trial. But just, you know. Yep. Alright, here we have Phantasmaraniae, which is a mini boss. Also from Chapter 10. I mean, it was the Inferno chapter, so... yeah, that does make sense. This is actually a pretty difficult fight, if you ask me. It has a lot of pretty quick attacks.
So close.
Ow. It's a bit hard to time your dodges sometimes with some of these attacks. That one has a really weird timing to it. I couldn't even begin to tell you how to describe how that one works. Alright, and that's the way to finish that one. Alright, that was a decent fight. We're still doing okay on health so far. Let's see what we've got here. Some more hatred and hideous.
So close.
So hopefully we should be able to get some magic from this. Ow. Ow. Okay. I am like trying to dodge things and literally nothing dodged. So so much for getting health back. Going to put me in an interesting position going forward. Okay, well that could have gone better. Alright, well I have at least one torture attack or Umbran Climax on deck. Took care of that malicious there. I think we're gonna have 2 more greets spawn in on this one. I'm gonna use a torture attack on this guy. Oh, okay, that was just one. And I apparently did get hit from that. Huh. Thought I did. Alright. Back to about 3/4. I think we're going to be running into a boss or 2 soon. They will start putting just some bosses in the middle of these. So I'm going to take care of the Sloth first. He's a lot more annoying than those enemies are. Plus they can also give me like free witch time sometimes. Ow. Alright, well that was kind of rough. Took quite a few hits in there. We're not gonna even get back up to half. Oh, what verse was that? We're going to 10. Okay, so this is the last one, I'm pretty sure. And I don't want to eat my words here by saying, you know, second phase of All Roan is easier than the first phase, but... Camera, if you would so kindly not be inside the boss, that would be great. Ow. Surprised it took me that long to get hit, all things considered. I'm obviously not complaining about it, but did attack a lot more times than that. Alright, so that one was a lot more difficult. Counted a lot more hardships, and that's going to show in the medals there. So, there you go, that's a gold, but hey. Yeah, so I did a little bit faster this time, but, you know, combo's not nearly as good. Okay, so this is the one that I would not be surprised if I end up dying to this one. It's gonna start off, you know, innocently enough. Got these, you know, deer and decorations here. Actually, I don't think that's deer, but yeah. I think that's the Bayonetta 2 enemy. In any case, though, first one's not that hard. The rest of them will not be like that. This one is also the longest one, being 12 versus long. So they do give you... Ow. I just kind of like stood there and took that one as well as that one. Well, what I find weird is that usually they have that like flash that indicates that they're going to be attacking you. But he didn't. I mean, I saw the wind-up animation and then just didn't do anything about it, which is not good. So, just getting myself a, you know, healthy magic lead, and also my combo dropped at some point. It's very unfortunate. Yeah, no, that could have been better. That combo drop cost me a lot of combo points, I think. Still, you know, health is the most important thing, and we are still okay on that. So with this one, be careful for those caches in the background. Because they will attack you. You know, the Beloved is obviously the main thing that you're supposed to be focusing on, but you know, there being other enemies around there can influence the tide of the battle. We actually did quite a number on this guy, so I'm gonna go into the next one, or not. Okay, there's another bigger Beloved. There's always a bigger fish, so may as well use some of our magic here. He keeps on going for that one attack. Yep. And I got hit by it 2 out of 4 times. I mean, this guy isn't really that bad in terms of, most of his attacks are pretty slow and easy to react to, but they do a lot of damage, so just be careful about that. I end up using quite a few Umbral Climaxes on this guy. I think that'll probably be the last one.
Is that all you've got? Got you.
Alright, so that was, he was a big sucker. We're still okay on the health front. I really don't want to jinx myself on that. We're doing okay. We have a lot of magic at this point, so I'm just kind of using these, as my magic starts filling up.
Is that all you've got?
Yep, I was wondering where that guy was gonna, show up. There's one thing that would be nice is if there's some way to control the camera a little bit better while you're actually fighting. Obviously you have the right thumbstick that you can use to control the camera, but it's hard to do that while you're in the middle of a fight. Sometimes the camera focuses in on an enemy, and you can't see some of the other enemies on screen. Alright, so there is a Malicious in this fight, along with Pride. Take that out first. You do not want to be dealing with this Pride while it's enraged like that. Ah, okay. We got ourselves stunned. Not quite. And should be good. This is almost going like frighteningly well. So let's see, what verse are we on? 6. Okay. Yeah, this is where they start throwing bosses in the middle. So, here's Alrone first phase. And yeah, just be careful. If you can mash the dodge button while she's comboing you, sometimes you can break out of her combos. It's not always guaranteed, but it can happen. And unfortunately, the sound effects are really loud, so we're not going to be able to get to hear the music that well. So there you go. Got comboed, was able to break out of it. Yeah, this one is typically where you'll lose a lot of health for this first segment here. The game does kind of give you a few like breather ones to kind of get your health back later.
Excellent.
So don't worry too much if you're not in the greatest, position on health after this one. You do have some opportunities to get it back. Starting with these, I think we're going to be running into some more Bayonetta 1 enemies. There's this, fearless and fairness. Time to show you guys who's boss.
So close.
As always, if you have multiple enemies, particularly stronger ones, take out one of them first. I mean, you can fight them both at the same time, but it's just a lot easier to only have to deal with one source of attacks instead of two. Really good general advice. Things are getting a little bit more interesting here. What I like is, for the light enemies, you have the Alfheim portal, like the light coloration. Ow. Ow! For the, Dark World enemies, you have the dark one. Really? Could have sworn I got the timing on that. And then for... Ow, really? Well, this is kind of going to crap. Alright, as I was saying, though, for a select few enemies, one of which being Golem, you will get the kind of typical Muspelheim looking portal. This guy's doing quite a number on me. So hopefully this Humber Climax will be quite a bit to finish him off. But yeah, that's what can happen in this mode, particularly with some of the bosses. Well, that was really... why are you not dead yet? Oh, I took so much more damage on that than I needed to. But that can happen really quickly on some of these Alpha versus 1 and... Alright. We got Lopter here. Which hopefully I should be able to make up a little bit of ground on. This is one of the fights that I'm actually better at. I didn't end up healing too much during the fight, but at least I didn't take all that much damage. We're getting towards the latter end of this one, because... Alright, I think this is going to be... Oh, okay, this is 10, so we got 2 more after this one. I'm gonna use some torture attacks here.
So close.
That is a new one. Ow. Alright, fine. Have this. Oh, that's what the attack was. Okay. Stop being so annoying. Ugh. That's supposed to be a breather. Alright, one more here. I forget what's in this one. Oh, great. Grace, Glory, Fidelities. Ah. I think the other one's dead, so it's just these two guys now. Alright, well, we're going into the boss of this one with a little under half health. I do have at least one magic gauge to go through, though. And this one is going to be the second Baldur fight. I think he has more health. This is going to be stressful. Ah. Ah. Timing on that is so late. That's what I hate about his attacks. He has like some really fast ones, and then some of them are really slow.
Is that all you've got? Is that all you've got?
Oh my gosh, I actually did it. I'm sorry for the silence there, but I was in major concentration mode. So I've only actually done Witch Trial 4 3 times total. The first one I died. I did get to Baldur, so I did get to the very end. Which just came up a little bit short, and then obviously the second time I beat it. But I'm 2 for 3, and that to me is really impressive on this. Okay, well, we're hitting about 30 minutes on this one, but given how difficult Witch Trial 5 is, I'm going to throw it in here because I don't expect to last that long. So just as a refresher, we are kicking it up to Infinite Climax now, so we're upping the difficulty. Enemies are going to be a lot faster, stagger a lot less, do a lot more damage. Don't get me wrong, though, this is definitely the prettiest one out of all of them, I think, in my opinion, in terms of how it looks. They added in a bunch of flowers everywhere. So hopefully you'll get a... Yeah, that just did half of my health, or 1/4.
Is that all you've
And this is like the easiest one. Okay, that was that was so cruel. Alright, I'm going to go for a torture attack on this one so I can hopefully get a little bit more health back.
So close.
Okay, well that's one down and nearly half of my health. Now, to show you how difficult this is, you know, they give you 4 of those healing items. It's not even like the small one. I think that's the medium. So that will recover, I think, a little over half of your health. So yeah, we're back up to full health now, but you can see one attack. Oh, great. Got hit by that right off the bat. But... ow. Yeah, so there are going to be attacks coming so quickly that you may not even dodge things because of how fast they are. Like, enemies can actually combo you. That's how fast they are in this mode. But yeah, you get half your health back every time. So really, mostly it's just, can you survive the fights? Because you'll be starting, you know, most of the fights with half health. At least half, you know, provided you survive. So.
So
All right. Well, if I make it out of this, which may not happen, we're not going to be in great shape for the next fight. Yeah, I took 7,500 damage on that. Alright, there's my half health refill. This is the one that's going to kill me. I almost guarantee it. I haven't made it past this one. This one is Lopter plus Alrone. So, you know. Get to deal with both of them at the same time. And did I mention that, you know, it's infinite climax and everything's like a ton faster? Yeah, I'm already down to a pixel. And there I go. Oh, that's insane. Alright, well that will do it. Sorry, that was a little farther away from the mic. That will do it for the Witch Trials. To give you an idea of what comes next, verse 4 is Fearless, Fairness, and Greed. So that one's kind of okay. Verse 5 is the Masked Lumen and Prophet, second form. Verse 6 is Aesir. Verse 7 is Grace and Glory and Sloth. Verse 8 is Bayonetta and Jean. And verse 9, the last one, is Baldur and Rosa. So, yeah, good luck on that. It gets a lot more difficult. But that is all of the Witch Trials, or at least as far as I'm going to get. And that is actually going to do it for the LP. I don't have anything else to show you guys. Except for, like, you know, a few accessories and things that I haven't unlocked, but I think that's really minor stuff. Compared to, you know, the major modes and these, you know, lost chapters. That's, you know, the real meat of it, so thank you very much for watching. I think overall I did pretty well on these. I was able to beat the fourth one, which, you know, I was not sure that I was going to be able to do, so thank you very much for watching. I've been redxparasite, signing out.